or like jealousy, or yes, jealousy and any kind of the afflictive emotions. When they are combined, then it becomes a deadly potion. Yeah. Then that's when it affects. Yeah. So therefore, it is very important to understand karma. I didn't explain the relation between karma and habits. Yes. I think from my perspective, or from what I understand, is that they go very much hand in hand. Yeah. If there's a lot of habits, if that habits, first of all, the habit itself is a karma, I think, yeah? It's an action. We're not talking about previous karma and future karma and so on. We're just talking about an action. The very simple interpretation of karma, action, yeah? Le. So in this case, a habit, in this case, a bad habit, yeah, is a le, is an action. And if that le, or if that action repeats over and over and over again, then somehow it becomes a habit, yeah? Like, I don't know. There are all kinds of habits in our, individually, collectively. What are our habits? To drink lots of coffees, or to brush teeth, yeah? Okay. Brushing teeth must be good, I think. I mean, if you do, if you do brush it in the right way, yeah. Yeah. So there are lots of habits, and that repetition of habits becomes so ingrained in the mind. Mind is like a sponge, or not really a sponge, but mind is like a chameleon, yeah. That if you put the mind close to something, even if it doesn't change right away, exactly the same as the background, but slowly it will, So in that way, like these habits are formed over and over again, and those habits are accumulated very near the mind, yes, and as a result, then the mind catches on and doesn't know whether it's good or bad, but just does it. And then that becomes a cause, and then if that habit was a harmful one, then later in our lives, its result would be then all the different experience of the different existence. Yeah. So that's why to understand karma is very important. Yes. And then the next, I think already jumped and mentioned a bit about all phenomena having no self. Yeah. If there was a self, then there is no need to do anything. We could just be. We could just be. That's it. We don't need to do anything. Because one cannot alter, or one cannot change, or one cannot make anything, you see. Because it's already fixed, it's already there, yeah. So in this case, like the idea of self, it becomes the big topic to understand. What is self? Yeah. It's actually one of the most intriguing, one of the most fascinating thing to discover, or things that maybe we haven't discovered, maybe we already have discovered but forgotten. Yeah. To find self. Yeah. It's really. It's really the big fish, that's for sure. Yeah. Because all of us right now, yeah? How many we have in this room? All of us? Around 300? 400? Yeah? Too many, okay. But all of us, okay, right now, it's safe to say that we are all not enlightened, yeah? Completely, yes? Like Buddha Shakyamuni. So, therefore, we have this habit of thinking that that me is there, yeah? So due to that, like, it's quite interesting, isn't it? That actually nowadays, with all the science, with all the technologies, one can do a thorough analysis of the whole anatomy, yeah, of the body, and anatomy, and until now they have never found a mind or a self or me or I or whatever, yeah. It's really interesting, isn't it? But even though it's not there, now we can think logically it's not there, scientifically it's not there, but still we very much feel that I'm looking at you, you are looking at me, I'm saying something, you're listening to something. So it's strange, isn't it? It's quite mind-boggling. What we have to understand is that it's actually nothing more than an idea, yeah, the self. Whatever results that this self did is all a distant memory now. Never happened. Or even if it did, it doesn't exist now. Yeah? And this elusive I or self could do a lot of things in a few minutes' time, maybe, in a few hours, in a few days, in a few months and years and so on, or in the next life, yes. But are they real? If you ask ourselves, there's a possibility, yeah? We know that there's a possibility, but is it real? It's difficult to say. We can ask the king of the world, and it'll be still very difficult